Hey yo, I'm TA Play. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm gonna do a very quick sharing with you, just maybe within a 10 minutes, on how TEOSENG is performing right now. Because in this evening, TEOSENG has just posted a fabulous quarter result, yeah, with a more than 600% of increment year to year. And I had just posted the chart review of TEOSENG actually yesterday before just one day before the quarter result release. Yeah, so this is where I posted in my Telegram. Yeah, in my Telegram you can search for my channel. If you haven't followed me, you can search for the channel, or you can also click the link in my description box below. Then you can join my community in Telegram, and sometimes I will post some chart review just like TEOSENG, which is potential for you to invest or trade. All right. Okay, so come back to the quarter report. So the quarter report of TEOSENG has posted a very good result with the highest revenue in the historical high revenue, more than 152 million ringgit Malaysia. Yep. So with more than 400 increment quarter and 665% of increment of year. So without further ado, let's quickly we get into the report, and slowly I will be discussing one part by one part and let you know how TEOSENG is performing right now. All right. Okay, so this is the quarter report of the TEOSENG Capital. Alright, so firstly you can see this is the income statement. Okay, normally in this video I'm going to show you a very simple and effective way on how you can analyze the quarter report, because I believe not all of the investors or traders have a very good accounting background, I believe. So do I. So I'm just going to share with you a very simple and effective way on how you can analyze, study, and understand a quarter report within just few minutes. All right. Okay. So let's see how I'm going to do it. All right. Okay. So just look at the income statement of TEOSENG. Firstly, you look at this part, the revenue. Yeah, revenue has a very good increment. It's on the historical high. So normally when we see okay, before that, okay, look at the profit. All right, the profit is also a very good. All right, 12 million ringgit Malaysia. All right, so one thing over here is you need to identify when you see a profit of a company has a very good or very huge improvement. The the thing that you need to identify is it the profit come from the real sales? Yeah. If you have been studying a few quarter report before, I believe you know that sometimes there are a lot of disposal gain, there's a lot of one-off gain, yeah, and also there could be some accounting adjustment, so which contributed to the profit, yeah. And for this case of TEOSENG, you can see that the revenue and the profit come from the real sales, yeah, real increment in their sales and their business. So it's a good sign. Okay, it's a good sign. So with a very good improvement on revenue and brings up the profit as well. Okay, so we in income statement, that's all you need to see. Yeah, just simple as that. And for the part like operating expenses, other income, finance costs, all that, normally you can just see through it. Yeah, you don't need to go into too deep, because unless the gap, yeah, unless you see the gap is very huge, yeah, unless the gap is unreasonable, then maybe you need to dig into deeper to find out the reason of why does it have a big gap, yeah. And for this case, like, it's not a big gap, so we can just ignore it, yeah. It shouldn't be any big issue in this part. All right. Okay, next we goes into the next part is which is the financial positions. Okay, so for the part of financial positions, the same method that you can use is you can find whether is there any big gaps comparing this year and the last year, because this is a year-to-year comparisons. Yeah, so unless you are the investors, they are planning to invest in this company in a very long term, for example more than 1 to 2 years, then maybe you need to study a little bit more on this part of financial positions, because you need to know that the real fundamental of the company, whether it is really strong enough to support the company in the long term. Yeah, if you're not that kind of long-term investor, you don't need to study it too deep. You just need to find whether is there any big Yeah, is there any big gap within these numbers? If the numbers for this case is getting steady and not much different or not much up and down, we can just pass through this part. Yeah, it shouldn't be any big issue. Yeah, same to the current assets and same to the liquid liabilities as well. Okay. So next, we're going into the part of cash flow. Yeah, just cash flow. Same method as I said for the financial positions. You need to find is there any big gap, yeah, over the cash flow, either from the operating activities or the investing activities. Yeah, or the financing, whether it had a very big debt, or do they clear off their debt, yeah, or they pay huge what is it, interest, yeah, or the part. If you see there's no any big difference between the numbers, then shouldn't be any big issue on this. All right. But of course, when I study a quarter report, yeah, all those for me is not the main point to identify how strong the company is. The reason is because you can see all this statement, either is cash flow statement or financial position statement, it's only reflect the past and the current situation of the company. Yeah, only we look into the real performance, real business, and I mean the real reporting on their profits, then you can know the future growth and also the future prospect of the company, which is much more important. Yeah, which is much more important because you need to know that when we invest in the company, we invest in their future. We not invest into the past, right? Okay, so let's come into the segmental reporting. Yeah, so as you guys familiar, TEOSENG have two main business. The first is the poultry farming, and the second one is the investment trading of animal health related products. Okay, just in case you guys are not aware, this is their website of TEOSENG Capital. So this is their subsidiaries, Ritma Prestasi and Ritma Premier, which is doing the animal health product. Okay, so you can see including byproduct for chicken, byproduct for even cats and dogs. Yeah, all this. So if you're interested to know more, you can just browse through their website. Okay. All right, so okay, so after this we just go to next. All this part are just just standard writings of a quarter report. You can just skip that. Yeah. Okay, so come to the important part, yeah, which is the review of performance company. Okay, for me in the quarter report, this part is the most important, yeah, because it explains how from where their profit coming from. Yeah, so that's for me, that's the most important. Okay, so revenue, their main core business, poultry farming and also animal health. Okay, so you can see that both of that are doing well, doing better comparing with the last year. Okay, doing better than last year with an increment of 30% and 20%. Okay, oh I mean sorry, so this is the increment comparing with the same quarter of the last year. So if you say cumulative, it's an increment as well. Yeah, increment of 11% and 8%. Okay, so when it comes to the profit, okay, profit with a huge increment. Okay, I think most probably due to the cost effectiveness that the company practiced over the year, but then we can look into deeper in the explanation later. Yeah, so this is the profit of animal health. So basically I would say that in the whole review of performance is doing quite good. Okay, so let's move into the next part, which is the explanation of the their earnings. Okay, so looking at how management gonna explain on that, yeah. Despite the company recorded a higher revenue of 530 millions, yeah, which is the highest I believe for the current period of the year, they continue high commodity prices of raw materials. Yeah, so this is the key words you can see. Yeah, so you can see that the increase of the raw material do affect, yeah, their performance on their profits. Okay, so such as maize, soybeans. So this is their main ingredient of their raw material. Yeah, as you can see, has impacted the growth had impacted the group to record a lower pre-tax profit of 4.8 million for the period. Yeah, so you can see that they are recorded a lower profit mainly due to the increased price of raw material. Okay, all right. So we come to the core business of poultry farming. The segment recorded a higher revenue of 45.2 million, representing 11.3% increment, resulting from the improved selling price of eggs. Yeah, and this I believe I have shared a link in my Telegram as well, just in case you didn't aware. Yeah. I shared a link of the increased prices of the chicken and eggs. Yeah. So yeah. So this is what happening in real. Okay. So 11.3% increment resulting for the improved selling price of eggs and a pre-tax loss of 12.4 millions. Pre-tax loss of 12.4 millions, mainly due to higher feed costs. Yeah. So you can see the increased price of the cost, increased price of the raw material has actually impact quite big on the company profits. Yeah. And coupled with the uplift of fair value biological assets for the working. Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to the segment of animal health, the segment recorded a slight increase in revenue from 76.4 million to 83 million due to the stable demand of the animal health product. Yeah, so you can see despite we experienced MCO and lockdown, all that. Yeah, so you can see with the recovery of the period past MCO, the animal health demand is still steady. Yeah. So the surge in pre-tax profit by 5.8 million ringgit Malaysia, representing an increase of 51.1%, which was due to the sustainable contribution by the animal health product divisions and again on the disposal of right of use assets. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you can see there's the improve in their performance of their business. Basically, I would say, yeah. So yeah. So more mostly comparison with the immediate preceding quarters, they will be repeating the similar explanation just like above. So I'm not going to repeat again on this part. All right. And comes to the prospect. Yeah. So this is the prospect. Okay. And normally for me, a prospect in the quarterly reports is very important as well because the management will actually tell the investors on their future plan on coming quarters or coming years. Yeah. But then for the case of TEOSENG Capital, the management doesn't really explain much on their coming prospect. Yeah. They just say that in view of the business resumption with uncertainty market conditions from the COVID-19 pandemic, the directors are in opinion that the financial performance is remain challenging. Yeah, so this is a common saying. Yeah, for the forthcoming financial years. So there's nothing interesting over here. And yeah, comes to next. Okay. Yep. All right. And yeah. So the other thing for me is still not a very important figure. Yeah. So if you're the type of long-term investors, you may need to go in more deeper. Yeah, more go into deeper study. But then in this video, due to time constraint, I'm not going to go into too deep. Yeah. But of course, if you have any questions on the current performance of TEOSENG Capital, you can still, throw questions to me in the comment box and I will try to answer. Yeah. Okay, so lastly, before I end this video, I'm going to show you the chart performance of TEOSENG Capital. Yeah. And this I explained in my posting yesterday in my Telegram. Click on the link in the description box to join if you haven't. Okay. Alright, so looking at the chart as I posted yesterday, what I've been saying is the TEOSENG Capital, we need to look from the weekly chart. Yeah, you can see from the weekly chart is in a longer time frame, the chart is actually on a long downtrend over here, and just in the beginning of this year, the price started to reverse. Yeah, started to reverse, cross the MA, and you can see the golden cross has took place. Yeah, so this is a signal of trend reversal from the downtrend to the beginning of an uptrend. Yeah, so what I say is this kind of chart has a very good potential, and let's see from the daily chart, you can see that the share price has already started to move. Yeah, to start a bullish rally. Yeah. Okay, so you can see this box is the collection. Yeah, where they buy at bottom and push the price, and so far I can see the price doesn't move much yet from bottom, so it still had a very good potential. But then one important thing that I want to remind to all of you, yeah, normally in Malaysia market there's a lot of cases of sell on news. I believe you are not you're familiar with it. Yeah, so from me personally, I definitely won't buy tomorrow because the good news released today, tomorrow might be the day of sell on news. Yeah. So what you need to do is you can wait for a few days, wait for the news or the panic buying to get steady or get softened first. Then only you find an entry. Yeah. So I believe that's a wiser decision to invest into this company if you're looking good on its prospect. All right. Okay, so lastly, if you like my video and like my sharing in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And don't forget, most importantly, subscribe to my channel so that I can share with you more and more analysis on company QR, and also, most importantly, our core content, which is technical analysis, to discover more potential counters to trade and invest. All right. So I'm TA Bookplay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.